Welcome to Pelco Summit. My name is Paulina and I'm a Pelco Technical Evangelist. I'm here with Barzin and we're here to talk about security technology, innovation, and the new Pelco. So Barzin, tell us a little bit more about your company and your business.
So we're a pretty traditional systems integrator. We've been in business for a while. We have a very strong background in IT as well as physical security. We cover commercial as well as we have a strong footprint in the government sector with Fed, school, and local government.
So one question I like to ask integrators is, security industry is always changing, right? Mm-hmm. What is a challenge that you face now that didn't exist 2-3 years ago?
Good question. So we operate two companies, right? We have Omidi Enterprises, we have Smart Integrated Systems, who's our government arm, and we see the same challenge in both, and it's that the market's just flooded. There's noise everywhere. Everybody thinks that anything they come up with will work. People don't realize that there are specific products designed for specific uses. Mm-hmm. And if you put the right product in the right environment, you'll achieve the proper goal. And I think that's where the consultative approach comes in for a lot of systems integrators, is to make sure that we pair the right components for the right environments. And when you do, it's highly successful.
Certainly, it's about being that business partner, right, and offering solutions that actually work for that specific application.
Exactly, non-sales approach, right? So we try not to, and I think we're pretty successful in doing that. We don't go in and sell a product. Mm-hmm. We go in and we uncover problems and help people identify how to solve those problems. And 9 out of 10 times we're successful doing that with our portfolio. However, there are opportunities where we look and say, we just don't have the right fit for you, but we will put you with a trusted partner that'll fill that gap. And we don't do that too often, but when we need to, we do, and our clients appreciate that. For the other 9 times, we do have a right fit, especially with Pelco's extensive portfolio. We've had a lot of success in the specialty line products, which is really neat because they're pretty much unmatched. One of the key things that people may not know about Pelco, it's not just about the product, right? Anybody can make a product. And as I said earlier, the market's flooded, there's noise, it's overwhelming. But when you pair the values of the organization with the product, that's what set it apart for us. So we fell into Pelco completely by accident many years ago. And what really stood out for us was the support we got from the team. And so while the products are great and they're advancing and they're keeping up with trends and needs, that certainly helps us be able to put a round peg in a round hole. But we know that we will never be left hung out to dry. We will always have support from the manufacturer, whether it's product support or technical support. And so we love the new roadmap. We're able to do things now that we couldn't do before with Pelco products. That's great. But we know that the Pelco value, the Pelco team, the Pelco support is still consistently there. So as new products come out, I think it has a double impact because that value is already there, and then the new product matches that value. So it's just a win-win for everyone. We're very excited about it.
I think one of the themes we discussed today in the beginning of the summit was, being more than just technology partner, but really being a business enabler through things like our Partner Advantage program.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, on the surface, what you just talked about, which was highlighted earlier, are all these Partner Advantage features and functions. But I think what's even more powerful and valuable for us is the A&E side of the house. Mm-hmm. The A&E side of the house that is truly designed, or maybe it's not designed, but it's the value that it delivers. It tells integrators how to do business in a proven method. And that proven method helps us with better bidding projects or designing projects if they don't have to go out to bid. And there aren't too many manufacturers out there that are delivering that kind of business intelligence and business advice. So the partner features and functions you just mentioned are fantastic, and we've been using them and we love it. And some of the new things that came out today are even better, I think. But some of the things that are inherent with Pelco and Motorola overall, we've kind of taken those things for advantage. We're like, well, it's always there. But it's great to get a refresher and realize how valuable these tools are and how important these subject matter experts are. For example, we do a lot of work in the federal space, and how we have these guys that are specializing in the federal space, and we don't have to try to figure it out on our own. We can get a rough scope of work together, take it to these Pelco guys and say, okay, help us further design this to a way where we can go knock the socks off the client and say, not only are we going to meet these requirements, but here are other features that you probably didn't know you had. So again, it goes back to the value besides the product. The product's great. Most of it's US made. Most of it's made in the North American continent. The warranty is great and everything. But the support from the people at Motorola and at Pelco is just unmatched. It works in a way that it's natural for us because we do business that way internally. We get a group of our people together and say, hey, what do we do here and how do we do it best? Well, we can have that same conversation with Pelco people, and that's unlike other manufacturers.
Certainly. One thing I do want to double click on though is some of those features and some of the intelligence that's built into the cameras, right? You and I had a great conversation yesterday about how some of your clients are using AI that's built into our cameras to make sure that they're being more proactive with their response. They're responding faster. Could you tell me a little bit more about the changing perceptions of intelligence that's built into video security?
That's a really good question. So we categorize our clients in two different ways. The ones that record everything and only pull it up when there's issues, right? So a very non-proactive approach, right? Then we have clients that are running command centers and video walls and they're sitting there actively monitoring things. Some organizations just don't have the resources to do that. So they need that value, but they don't have the resources to build a command center or hire people to sit there and watch, or they just don't have the expertise. With Elevate and Calypsa and all of these tools in the analytics, they don't need that. In most environments, I'll take a perfect example, is some of our larger retail clients that have large multi-acre retail properties with anchor stores. They have security guards running around and they have dispatch people, but they can't possibly watch all the cameras. So with some of the analytics built into the Pelco cameras, they can be alerted instantly when there's a screeching of a tire, when there's a gunshot, when there's a person screaming in a bathroom or whatnot, whether it's sensors or non-video sensors. They are now alerted, whether they have people available or not, to things that they would never expect a video surveillance system to deliver, right? If there's a screeching in the parking lot, they would wait until there was some kind of a road rage incident, somebody would report it, and now they're being reactive. But now these cameras are intelligent and they're saying, hey, something's happening right now, you might be able to prevent it, right? Or signs of aggression, acts of aggression, sounds of aggression, fights, things like that. We can possibly have them get involved and react before the event escalates. And these are things that nobody ever expected from a camera, let alone a surveillance system. So I think it's highly powerful.
There's such a great shift happening now where we're seeing video security not just as a reporting tool, but as a tool to spot those threats, to respond to them faster, maybe spot weird patterns that are going on and to make sure
loitering is a big one.
Yeah, right. And so it's great to have those analytics built in, but analytics are great, but it's only great when it works with the system you already have, right? How does the Pelco's VMS agnostic approach has played into your business and kind of what opportunities you are able to pursue?
Pelco has positioned, and they've always been like this. I think the marketing is just now catching up. So Pelco has always been, and we tell this to our clients, if you're going to buy 50 cameras to add to your system, you don't have to worry about compatibility, right? Because those cameras will work today and they'll work 5 years from now, regardless of what your back end looks like, right? The fact that we have Salient reaching out to us and saying, did you know about this product? Or Milestone, they're marketing the Pelco product to us. And so environments that maybe we didn't know there was an opportunity there, Salient, the Milestone, and these guys are exposing those opportunities to us. It's created a two-way street, and the two-way street feeds everybody's needs. Because before, like you mentioned, it was just recording and reactive, right? And it was just devices that record. And now it's a integrated and proactive approach where not only are we pushing opportunities to solve problems, but Pelco is doing the same thing and the VMS partners are doing the same thing. So it's almost like we're all now speaking the same language. Before, everybody was siloed, right? I'll help you with software, I'll help you with installation, I'll help you with the product. Now everybody's speaking the same language and there's continuity between those three components, and we've never seen anything like that before. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, there's so many kind of separate pieces and it's so great that now we're making the move to bring it all together.
Exactly.
So I want to finish off by quick hit questions, so really designed to be a one-word answers to these. The most underrated camera feature?
Elevate and Calypsa.
Okay. A great camera should have?
Elevate and Calypsa.
Love it. One word to describe the new Pelco?
Highly integrated.
Thank you so much for your time and
Thank
hope you
you.
enjoy the rest of the summit.
Very good. Thanks for having me.